Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Jennifer Branch, and I am on the Economic Development team here at the Greater Waco Chamber. Thank you to our returning audience members that have joined us for a session before and now tuning into this episode too. And then also welcome to our new attendees. We're glad that you guys could join us today. And we've got some really exciting employers to share with you. Welcome to September. It's halfway over, I think, but we wanted to continue to do our work in economic development to bring stability to our community and bring economic growth and help with everybody being safe and secure in their homes with their jobs. And what we realized whenever the pandemic happened earlier this year in about March and April, whenever all the unemployment numbers were coming out, we kept hearing of all of these folks in our community that were furloughed and laid off, and they were looking for work. And at the same time, we continued to hear businesses that were desperate to find employees and connect with job seekers. So we wanted to find a way to bring you all together to allow job seekers an opportunity to interact with the employers. So that's why we launched this series in May. Was our first episode, and we've had some great successes. We've heard of some people that were hired, and some employers have said they found their perfect candidate through this avenue. So we're glad to be here. We're glad to offer this service to our community. There are a lot of other folks in the community that do a lot of good work too in connecting job seekers to employment opportunities. Just want to make sure that you are familiar with those two. There's many of them, to be honest, but the two that I think of top of mind, the Workforce Solutions team. If you experienced a layoff or furlough, you may be going through unemployment right now, and those folks over there at the HOT Workforce Office are amazing. And then also our friends over at the Goodwill, HOT Goodwill, are fantastic resources. They help with resume writing and job interviews, and they're just fantastic. So if you're not familiar with those two particular resources here in our community and you're a job seeker, I would recommend getting in touch with them, and I'm happy to do that introduction if need be. Another thing that we did back in 2019 is we launched a WacoTXJobs.com. It's kind of like the Indeed, but it's for our community only. So if you are a job seeker, you probably are familiar with posting your resume on Indeed or some of the other major national job boards. And while those are great, WacoTXJobs.com is just very specific to our community. So you're only going to see jobs that are here in our community and that we can confirm that they are really here and the jobs are here. And then likewise for the employers, the resumes that go on that website are only resumes from either locals or folks that are relocating to our community. So it's a tight-knit group on WacoTXJobs.com, and the jobs that are on there are very reliable. So if you don't have your resume on there yet, we recommend you put your resume up there. So let's see here. If you've missed any of these past episodes that we've been doing, you can always find them on our YouTube channel. It's YouTube/Greater Waco Chamber. All right, I've got a few housekeeping items, and then I'm going to stop talking and introduce our first employer. So real quick though, we want you to interact with the employers. So if you're interested in one of the jobs that you hear about, you can use the chat box and send them a direct question, or you can send me a direct question, but feel free to use that chat box to ask any questions. We are recording this, so we ask that you don't record it, but you can always find it on the YouTube channel. And then after we finish up today, we're gonna send you a follow-up email, and in that email we're gonna post a link to a quick survey. If you'll just fill out that survey, let us know how we're doing. If there was something that you would like to see in a future episode or something, please just let us know. We're open to feedback. All right, so let's get started to why we're here. You guys want to hear from our employers. So the first employer we're going to have come on is Sherwin Williams. We've got Dawn Alvarado on the phone, and she's got her camera. We're going to turn it on, and I think she has a presentation for you guys. So hi, Dawn. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. So again, my name is Dawn Alvarado. I'm the HR manager with the Sherwin Williams company here in Waco. And we do have some really great job opportunities. So I wanted to share that, and I'll go ahead and share my screen now, if I can get it to work. So hopefully everybody can see that. This is a picture of our facility here and one of our great Sherwin Williams trucks out in front. So let's see, I don't know how to progress. How do I go forward? Can anyone tell me how I go to the next slide?
If you click on the arrows, usually that works, but
okay, I don't have arrows.
Just click on the screen and see if that'll progress it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay. So a little bit about our company here. Sherwin Williams is headquartered in Cleveland, Ohio. The company is 154 years old. So we've been in business for quite some time. We've been operating here in Waco since 1990. So this is our 30th year in Waco. Our facility that you saw on the first slide is new. We've been in this facility since 2017, so it's really, really beautiful and all new everything, so state of the art. It's about 615,000 square feet, so it is a very large facility. What do we do here? Well, we transport and distribute paint and paint-related materials. We do not manufacture anything at this facility. We just receive paint in and we ship paint out once our paint stores order it. We do ship and receive approximately 5 million pounds of paint and paint-related materials every single day. So lots of activity. We've been blessed through this pandemic that we have not been negatively affected as far as having to do any kind of layoffs or anything like that. Our business has continued to boom. We were luckily considered an essential employer, so we didn't have to send anybody home or do anything crazy. So it was great. We feel very, very blessed about that. This facility has about 380 employees. 150 of those are truck drivers, so they kind of come and go. But the rest of those employees work in this facility daily. So they're warehouse technicians, we have office staff, maintenance staff, and then our management staff as well. Let me see, there we go. So as I stated, we are hiring for warehouse technicians. Our warehouse technicians, their starting wage is $19.38 an hour. And if you're on a night shift, you receive $1 an hour premium on top of that. So our facility is a continuous operation, and what that means is we run 24/7. We are always operating. So the way that our shifts work is we have 2 day shifts and 2 night shifts. The day shifts work 5 to 5, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the night shifts work just the opposite, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. We are currently hiring for our night shift, the 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. And the days that we work rotate every other week. This is where it gets a little bit confusing, but you work 3 days in week 1 and 4 days in week 2. And this 2-week schedule repeats itself. So if anyone has ever been in a continuous operation type of organization, our schedule is 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off, and then it's just the opposite the next rotation. So as I said, we are hiring for our night shift. Do note, though, at the bottom of this slide that the first 90 days during training and probation, a lot of people are assigned to a day shift because we can't assign everybody new to a night shift all at the same time. So sometimes people start on a day shift and then they transition over to a night shift down the road a little ways. Oops. Sorry about that. Let's go to the next slide if I can get it. There we go. So what do warehouse technicians do? Our warehouse technicians train in several different functions, but everyone begins in the function called order picking. And what that means is you're going to learn how to drive an order picker. It's a stand-up style forklift. In this function, you're going to pick product, palletize the product, and prepare it for shipping. I do want to note that this is a very manual function and repetitive lifting of our products is required. You're pretty much just picking things up off of a pallet and putting it onto another pallet, getting it ready to ship. Some of the products are quite heavy. They could weigh upwards of 75 pounds, and you're lifting that for 10.75 hours a day. And I did state that our shifts are 12-hour shifts, but we're figuring lunch break in there, and we have a morning meeting, and then a start a shift meeting, and an end of shift cleanup. So you're actually physically working 10.75 hours a day. So again, want to note that this is a manual job and can be, quite repetitive movement. We have really excellent benefits on top of our pay scale. Sherwin Williams has medical, dental, and vision plans available for you and your dependents. Also offered is life insurance, 401k, and pension. And what is really cool about that is when 401ks came about, most companies did away with pension plans. Sherwin Williams has both still. So that's a really, really great perk and benefit the company still offers all of us. Your health benefits go into effect the first of the month after you're hired. So for example, if you started work on September 21st, your benefits would be in effect on October 1st. So there's not very long of a waiting period at all for all of your benefits to be intact. Are there growth opportunities? Absolutely, yes. There are many, many growth opportunities within this company. We're very proud that we are able to offer growth opportunities, not only in Waco, but also nationally and globally. Our company is global. We're located all over the world in over 120 countries, and we have over 60,000 employees. So I tell people that really the opportunities with our company are endless. Because that really is a true statement. Anything you could almost imagine doing would be available in this company, and just about anywhere in the world too. If you have, you want to go and move across the world somewhere. So a typical growth opportunity, if you were to start in a warehouse technician role, there's lots of different paths you can take, but a very typical path would be starting out as a warehouse technician. You could move into a team lead role. From there, you could move into what we call a unit manager, which is just another name for a shift supervisor, where you're actually running one of our 4 shifts. From there, you could promote into a warehouse manager, where those unit managers report to you. The next step would be an operations manager, and you're responsible for the entire warehouse operation at that point. And then the top role at our facility is called Director of Distribution, and that person is responsible for not only the warehouse operation, but also our truck fleet, which operates out of this building as well. So if you're interested in applying for Sherwin Williams, you apply online at www.sherwin.com/Waco. If you don't put /Waco, you'll still get to the Sherwin website. You'll just see all opportunities at any location in Sherwin Williams. After you fill out an application, as long as you meet all the basic requirements, which are pretty easy to meet, you have to be at least 18, have a GED or high school diploma, and be eligible to work in the United States. Once you meet those requirements and fill out the application, you'll receive an email to take an assessment. The assessment, a lot of people call it a test. It's not a test. It's not a how smart are you test. It's, is this a good job fit for you? And are we a good job, are we a good, fit? You're a good fit for us as well. So after you take that assessment, all correspondence goes through email from that point. If your assessment score is satisfactory, an on-site interview will be scheduled at your convenience. After that interview, hiring decisions are made and are communicated via email. Again, all of our correspondence is through email. If you're hired, You will be subjected to a background check, a drug screen, and a physical prior to orientation. Orientation is 1 day. It's usually 8 or 9 hours of classroom type orientation. And then after that, you would receive one-on-one training for the next 3 days, 12 hours each day. And at that point, you're usually ready to go on your own. So that is my spiel. So if anyone has any questions, I don't think I saw anything in the chat. But we'd love to have the opportunity to meet with you if you're interested in this type of position. And we look forward to any opportunities that may come.
That's awesome, Dawn. Those benefits are fantastic. It's no wonder you guys are an employer of choice, not just here, but globally, like you said. So, and it's a paint of my choice too. So,
Right.
thank you guys. Thank you, Dawn, for that wonderful presentation on those jobs. We're so glad that you're here.
Thank you.